Kohen. It'll be the Kohen with the convertible sports car and the Gentile wife or girlfriend next to him in the front seat. It's often the Kohen. Why? Because in the Jewish community, there's three types of Jews today. There's Kohanim, Leviim, and Yisrael, normal Israel Jews. And the Kohanim are the most spiritual of all. Well, based on how much you deny your spirituality, based on how much you just never plugged it in to the wall, so then, meaning there's soul and body. So based on how much you ignore the soul, the body moves stronger. So the Kohen often has the strongest body. Meaning you have two voices, a soul voice and a body voice. And they're supposed to work together a bit. But the more you ignore the soul voice, or we're never taught about the soul voice, how to identify it properly, so then the body voice gets more strength. And anyway, the Kohen can often be the wildest in body than compared to a Yisrael. And it's a big factor. So Jews are often very much into this world. Also, you'll find maybe someone searching in university, for example, who later gets their search shut down by, get a job and make some money and be with the program. It's very nice they're searching now, but you got to be real. What about making a living? What about, and you can't make a living unless you cut your hair. And to the searching university guy, you got to get with the program. So many people started off with a great search. You can still catch them though, being Jewish, like for example, falling asleep during the symphony. Meaning, if you could have a video camera shooting out from the symphony towards the audience, it's the ones that just nod off are the Jews.
Also the ones usually playing in the symphony.
Yeah, that's true too. They're often the musicians. No, but the ones. See, well, let me explain in a sec. But they're the ones nodding off are usually the Jews because it's pure Yafet. The symphony is Yafet. Isn't it beautiful? Listen to the music. Doesn't have beauty of form, right? Yafet's Greece. Okay, it's ultimately going to be Greece. Okay, his key descendant is Yavan. Right? Isn't it beautiful of form? Now, you'll notice, by the way, that the Jews love having the program, especially, to read what the composer was going through, and they'll stay awake. They'll be like, oh, this must be when his, child was sick or something. And they read, because they hear it in this violin little line that the violin's playing is clearly when his child was sick, meaning they have to make meaning out of it. It's not just beauty of form, it's got to be shame. It has to involve the meaning of what's going on. It has to be there. But that boredom with Yafet is a Jewish type of thing. Unless, of course, we make meaning out of it. We like to make meaning out of these things in particular. But this all comes from a class that Jews are either depressed, distracted, or determined. I'm sorry, depressed, distracted, or devout. The 3 Ds. The 3 Ds. Depressed, distracted, or devout. Depressed is just like, there must be something more, but I never met what that was. Sounds a little depressing, right? Locked in the matrix. Think of it. This class is all about shame, which says there must be something more. There must be something more. Okay, that's in our soul, that there's got to be something more. Now, what is that more? It's obviously God. So Jews always wind up being either they're depressed because they never found that something more, and that's depressing. Because you got this conviction that there's something more, but you never find it. I mean, I certainly never found it in West LA, and I toured the world surfing. I never, met all kinds of religions. I never found anything really truthful. A lot of faiths. I found blind faith. No one there told me I had to use my head and argue to get to the truth of their religion. It was the opposite. It was my arguments that was not working. That's what was making it not possible for me to get to their religions. In Judaism, I was told the exact opposite. The only way you'll make it here is by fighting with every last ounce of energy you got for truth. And then maybe you'll get it. Maybe you'll get it. Maybe. If you're smart and you really punch through walls and fight with every rabbi you meet, then you might get it. Isn't that amazing? That's literally what I was told, and that's literally what happened. And so I went in fighting. When I got to Israel, I came in with boxing gloves. And I just was fighting the rabbis with everything, and fighting the yeshiva boys. Especially these guys, because I thought I had more of a chance. Because I thought I'd win the yeshiva boys much more than I was going to beat the rabbis. So I saw the sunrise. How many days in a row? 8, 9 days in a row. I saw the sunrise arguing with these guys. And because that was what I was told. Someone told me in America. Like, you go in there fighting for everything. There's no faith in Judaism. There's only fight. Now, if you actually, get to the point where you're saying this is real, then there's faith in that. I mean, there's nothing wrong with having faith. It's like having faith in your marriage. You know your spouse is real, you can have faith in that marriage. See, the Gentile definition of faith is you believe something that lacks evidence. That's faith, right? I believe what wasn't necessarily proven, but you can believe it. Faith in Judaism means I know this is real, I will be faithful to that. Like a Toyota is a faithful car. A Maserati is not such a faithful car. It's a very temperamental car. I don't know how they are today. They used to be quite temperamental. It wasn't a faithful car. Toyota, you turn it on, it goes on. That's it. They're both real things. One's more faithful than the other. Okay. So the Jew has inside. I'm talking about the search for truth.
Depressed, distracted.
No, I was just saying. I just want to finish the asking the questions point. Is that the person who put? Oh, so in the group of people that I came with 30 students. The people who fought the hardest, they got it. The people who fought the least are like, what do I want to fight for? What do I want to fight for? I'm on my trip to Israel. I want to go visit the Golan. I want to, I don't mind learning Torah. Like, Torah is nice. I'll go to the Torah classes, but I want to go to the Golan. I want to go to Eilat. I want to drink a beer in Tel Aviv. I want to tour too. Tour and learn. And by the way, they love the learning. I think they got an appreciation for Judaism they'll never lose. I don't think one person in the group ever married a Gentile in the group. I'm almost positive no one married a Gentile of those 30. So it was very valuable for everyone. But the people who fought, got it. They really got it deeply. Forever. We're all still friends. We're all still connected. Celebrating each other's... actually, this year we're celebrating each other's kids' bar mitzvahs and births at the same time. In our community, you're celebrating bar mitzvahs and births together. Yeah. So, if you never find it, like you grew up in West LA like I did, and never find it, it gets depressing. Because you have this voice saying there's got to be something more, but you got no one telling you what that something more is. If on the other hand, you're like really good at things. Like you're really good at, bodybuilding, or you're really good at science, or you're really good at sport, or you're really good at intellectual study. You're really good at something. You could be good enough that you stay what? Distracted. That's the other kind of Jew. It's rare. I mean, it's like this is like 90 to 10 maybe. That's the distracted Jew. That's like the Einsteins or the Freuds or the Marx. Or these are people who are like, or all the tycoons, all these super wealthy Jews, the Lehman Brothers, or